for me, I was only let down because I was led astray by there's like a internet group pretty much. We all believed that Stu Macher, like from the first movie, was going to be the killer, the guy who died because the TV dropped on his head. Because as they always said throughout the series, you got to shoot him in the head. He was never
Mhm.
shot in the head. The TV fell on his head, and then just that's it. So there's a theory he's not dead, and they made a lot of plays towards that in the movie. Like they knew that a lot of us thought Stu Macher was going to be the killer. So that was my only letdown in that. So the killer reveal was weak, but I was more let down. I was like, damn, I thought it was gonna be Stu Macher. Like, especially when they said wait to what happens when we get to the last mask, when we get to the first mask. I was like, oh, it's a playback, and everyone's like, oh, well shit. Billy Loomis is the main killer. It's like, no, Billy Loomis and Stu Macher are the main killers. Everyone always just gives it to Billy Loomis. So I was like, they about to do some shit where he's like, no, that's my motive, which they can still do it in later Scream movies. But that's why I was sold it was Stu Macher.
Yeah, my thing was it was just like a bad movie. Like,
Really?
I thought it was terrible. Like I can't take the Ortega girl who played Wednesday. I couldn't take her like serious. I felt like the acting was
Yeah,
like not that good.
yeah,
And I don't know if I could cuss on here, but people were getting like stabbed a million times and living. I'm like, no one can, like the dude, what's his name? Chad.
yes,
He got
yes.
stabbed
You're
like
right.
32
He should have
times.
died. He should have
He was
died in the last
fine.
movie too.
I
He
thought he
should
was
have.
dead, but he rolls out in the cart, and then freaking the Wednesday Ortega, her character, runs up to him like, "Chad, you
Yeah,
okay? You're alive." I'm like, "How?" And then his sister, she got stabbed on the subway. She got stabbed. She got cut. Well, she wasn't gonna die from the cut on the arm in the bathroom, but she got stabbed in the this
yeah, yeah,
like.
yeah.
Apparently, none of those people, none of that family hit any vital organs the whole movie apparently. So no
First,
one
so
died, no one bled out, nothing like
do
that.
you know the guy, the black kid, the dude? I'm sorry, I can't think of his name, but that's Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son. Did you know that?
Chat, wait, which black dude?
Yeah, the guy who should have died but didn't die.
Oh,
He,
Chad.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
I did
yeah,
not know that.
yeah. His name Basic Good. I was, oh shoot, I saw his name in the credits. I looked it up. I was like, wow, that's his son. But you're familiar with the other Scream movies?
Somewhat, yeah. I haven't watched them. I feel like scary movie kind of like I get shit confused with the actual scary movie like
It's
spoofed it. So
Scream.
I'm like, I think about that now when I think about Scream,
It's
scary
just
movie.
funny. It's funny. So I'm actually like from there. Keep my older sisters 5 and 7 years older. So I've always I grew up watching the Scream movies. They've always made a play in the cheesy slasher. So that's why I was just prepared for that. This is bullshit. But the movie. So it is funny hearing it from somebody who's not as like in like I'm a Scream, like I don't know if we have a fan base we call it, but I'm one of those Scream fanatics where like I get hyped as shit when these movies come out. So like I understand they had no business surviving that shit, but like they gonna make them survive that shit.
Yeah, and I just felt like they just I don't know. It just the acting was it that could have been a parody within itself. Like I was laughing at some of the stuff that
Yeah.
was like I was like people don't die like that, and then it's like I don't know. It's just like I couldn't take Samantha, the main big
Yeah,
sister
yeah,
character,
yeah.
and then obviously the Wednesday Ortega girl, her character, little sister. Like I couldn't take them serious. Like as soon as they killed someone, it's like I feel like I didn't see it in their eyes where like they actually were like
I
it
have that
just
about I have that about Sam ever since the fifth Scream. So she I was something about her I never really it's just weird seeing her as the main person. I don't know what it is, but it's just like she doesn't sell it as the
yeah.
main like head lead girl. I don't know what it is. But it's like she's not this Sid, how Sid with Campbell in the original ones. It's just it's not there. They don't have it. I don't know what's going on there. I did like it. All the other Screams are in Woodsboro. Even I think the first season of the television show I think was in Woodsboro. The second season, I think that was when Harvey Weinstein got into trouble, so they just like went elsewhere. But this was really the first like real like scream we got outside of Woodsboro. If I no, that's not right. That's not right because they had when she went to college, and then they had like a scene. So yeah, it's been outside of Woodsboro, but it's been like a Woodsboro theme. You know, it's it being in New York City, and then just the uniqueness of the killings, where instead it's not the same. Just like I'm gonna run up and just stab, 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 just slice someone's like throat. That
Yeah,
made it. I liked it a lot more. It's just I don't know. Just I can think just the setting in New York City really did it for me. Really, that it's just I like that new different change of so they can. I don't know if they're going to continue that at the seventh. What they're going to do, but I'm just tired of the same old like Woodsboro theme. This town that's just haunted by this killer. You know, it's a little weird.
yeah. Like you said, I don't think the two sisters. I feel like they did not sell it, and there was like too much stabbing and not enough dying from
Yeah,
said stabs. And I'm like, okay, that's what I was like the whole time because I wasn't forced to go. I went with other people
yeah,
and like their little sister and stuff, and like we went there, and it's just I was like, oh man. Once I saw people just not dying from multiple stab wounds to like what seemed to be vital organs, I was like, all right,
yeah,
you're losing me.
yeah.
And then like there
And
was parts where like I don't know, I feel like it's like I feel like you said they weren't selling it like a friend would die or something, and I've just seen like they weren't as like sad about it or like shocked about it that much. Like I don't know, maybe it was just the acting or something. It just something didn't sit right with me with that movie.
I I could
Some
definitely see the acting, and I, I could definitely see the acting. That's all I'll say. I think what it was, the people who made the movie too, they did say they made it extra gory since the the fourth and the fifth movie sort of lived off the recurring characters from the first, second, and third movie, right? So
yeah,
this was the first movie. I think the only recurring character was Courtney Cox, the Gail Weathers. So they said to sort of make up for Sydney not being in the movie, they were just going to make it extra gory. So yeah, I do get if you're going to do that, at least kill people. Like yeah,
yeah.
like yeah, they did kill people. They had the dude in the fridge and all that stuff. Like they did kill people, but yeah, dude's getting stabbed up. And keep in mind for the dude, that's the last movie he got fucked up too, and he somehow survived. And there was like, what the hell happened? So I don't know if they're gonna make that a running joke where he's just gonna always get fucked up, but he's not dead. But
Oh, he was fucking him up at the end. Like towards the end, he was fighting. He was knocking him out. He was dodging all their stabs. And then
yeah,
when they both came, when they double teamed him and they started stabbing him, I was like, "Oh, he's dead." I was like, "Chad's dead." And then at the end of the movie, they push him out on the cart, and he's alive, breathing through a freaking tube. I'm like, bro, I'm like, I wish I could get my money back. Honestly, I was like, there's no fucking way.
but it's
Like,
core four. You can't get rid of the core four. So like it's
I don't
core
know,
four.
man. Nah. And what else? I'm trying to think of some other stuff
And
that
I
I did.
do. I will admit too the Jenna Ortega thing. I was thrown off in Wednesday because I seen the last scream and I just kept sitting there. I was like, I know her from somewhere. I don't know where. So I think
Yeah.
that was for me to I was able to accept it because I seen her in Scream before I saw her as Wednesday. So it may be I do get what you say though. It's just like, does she fit this role? Like, and she looks so young for her age.
She
It's just
does.
weird. Like, wait a minute, like, what's this little girl doing here? But yeah, I get what you said. That shit.
And I saw her on Wednesday before I saw her in Scream. And like,
Yeah,
I don't know, I be seeing her on like on the internet and TikToks or whatever, Facebook, TikToks, whatever. And like her personality, I'm like, I just can't see it. It's like if Robert Downey Jr. like played Iron Man, he's stuck as Iron Man. So now when I see him in any other movie, I'll be like, why is Iron Man playing this character? Like, I don't even know.
I
Like
don't know.
it's just
Sherlock Holmes. I think
stuck.
Sherlock Holmes sort of like messed that up for me. Because at first, yeah, I see like the tight cast, but he did such a great Sherlock Holmes. I just like I can
Yeah.
see him be other things because of Sherlock Holmes personally. But yeah, I know what you mean. Like certain characters, they just like type casted now.
Yeah. It's like I can't see them any other way.
Like she's
And
just a goth girl. Like,
yeah, so like and like her personality is so goofy. So seeing her like kind of serious and stuff, like I just can't take her serious. I couldn't take the movie serious. The whole movie was basically a parody to me. Like I don't know, the little sisters that I was with that so they
mm,
could get in the movie that they were like actually scared and stuff, and I was just like laughing at some of the gory scenes. I'm just like, cause I'm like that shit's fake. And I'm like, I
Yeah,
can't. It didn't really. I wasn't immersed in that universe. I was just like,
I get it, but like that is a play. Like you know the that movie Megan the doll.
yeah, I didn't see it, but I heard I should just wait till it came out because it's not that good either.
Yeah, it's not. It's like that movie does it too. It's like it knows it's being that type of movie, so they play around with it in a
Yeah.
way. Like Megan isn't as elaborate as it is in Scream, but it's just it's like oh they know that was cheesy as shit. Like they know that shit ain't gonna happen like that. But it's like a joke. Like everyone like sort of
Yeah.
gets that like underlying joke. Yeah, but it's weird. It's weird. It's hard to explain, but they know what they doing when they like yeah let's just make this extra cheesy.
I feel like they added too much. What is it? Comic relief. Like when someone dies, and there's like low key like a funny part, or like they're joking around or something, or
Yeah.
like I'm trying to think of a specific like part of the movie. It was like I don't know. It was so bad that I didn't even